Normally, if you do anything with video and audio, you end up installing a big video editor, like for example Kdenlive or some other, or DaVinci Resolve or something like that. But if you just want to cut videos, this is actually very easy. And I mean, there are tons of videos how to do this with like FFmpeg, like from the command line and all this stuff. But this is also kind of like, if you go that far with your like quote unquote minimalism, it's also kind of not really what you want most of the time. So you in the end up installing something like Kdenlive. I mean, and that's fine. I mean, sure it is. I mean, use whatever you want. But for my use case, cutting like these videos I make, there's something way simpler and way easier and faster and better. And that is this MPV plugin. So MPV, as you know, is a media player. This MPV plugin, MPV Cut. And I mean, it says right here, an MPV plugin for cutting videos incredibly quickly. And in this video, I just want to show you quickly, how it works. I mean, it's super easy, but still, I think I thought I'd show you anyways. All right. So it's as I said, it's a MPV extension. It allows you to quickly cut both losslessly and re-encodely. So because of how video formats work, there's like MPV has this option to cut by keyframes, and that is usually super fast, or to re-encode the whole thing, and then you get exact cuts. But I'll show you in a second. Alright, so you can also, like, there's also a bookmark functionality and stuff like that, and a lot of other stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. For example, also like, I think at the end there's like a little example for like having a proxy video which you then cut and stuff like that. Okay, but I don't want to show you all of this in this video, just the basic functionality. So when it comes to dependencies or requirements, you only need FFmpeg. I mean, install it with your package manager, and you're good to go. And then when it comes to installing, you only really have to clone the repository, because I mean, it's a pretty simple repository. There are like two main files, like this main.lua and this utils file, and I don't think utils is actually needed, so you probably only need this lua file, and you clone it in this .config mpv scripts, and you'll have to create the mpv scripts directory if it doesn't exist already. And yeah, you just clone it there and you're good to go. You don't really have to do anything else. Yeah, and next time, and every time you start up MPV, it automatically loads this Lua script. Alright, and then when it comes to cutting videos, it's as simple as it gets. Like, you have like one main key binding, or well, two, and that is C for, well, cut. So you press C to begin a cut, you seek wherever you want to go in the video, and then you press C again to make a cut. And if you want to cancel it, you can press capital C. Alright, and you can cycle between options, whether to use copy, so that's the keyframe copy thing I alluded to earlier, or to re-encode the whole thing, and that's re-encode the whole thing, and that's like exact. And this is what I use. And you can also list the timestamps in a list in a .list file. Alright, but so far so good. Let's show you. I want to show you an example. So let me go into this example directory, and I've recorded some example video file earlier where I record and then I type something in the terminal, hello, and then I go to this GitHub webpage and scroll down and scroll back up. I mean, yeah, pretty simple. It's just an example. So. And if you look at the terminal, you see already that MPV cut is loaded, and it tells you what's going on here, like the in directory, the in path, and all this stuff. It tells you here MPV cut loaded. And so let me repeat that. All right. And now if we want to cut something, again, it's as simple as pressing C. So for example, let's say we want to cut this whole where I type hello in the terminal. We would press. Well, yeah, and first we can select the action, like what we want to do. If we only want to cut around keyframes, re-encode the whole thing, that's exact cuts, or list it in a, like only append the timestamps to a file. But so let's say we want to cut around keyframes. We press C. Then it says here copy in 1 from the time we're currently in. So that's 5 seconds 12. And if we press left click here on this timestamp, we actually see the exact timestamp. And then let me type that here, and let's say, okay, that's we want to go back a bit so we can see the terminal, and then we press C again, and then it tells you here all this information, like, okay, the duration of the cut is, or of the video we want to cut is 2 seconds something, end time is this, start time is this, and all this kind of information which isn't really relevant. Yeah, and then we can go on make more cuts, and we can also you can also go back, and within the cut you just made, you can of course start another cut, and so on and so forth. So it's just copying, it's creating new files out of this file, if that makes sense. Okay, but let me show you. So if we type it else, this is the original file, example.mkv, and this is the cut we just created. So if I actually play that, you will see it's just this hello typing sequence, and I can loop that. Yeah, so as you see, it's pretty simple. And again, this is not exact, like this is not an exact cut, so not on the frame exact. If we want to do that, we have to press cycle to the encode, so where it says here action encode, and then it will re-encode the whole thing, and the cuts will actually be exact, like to the frame you select. So and if you don't know that, in MPV you can go by frames by pressing comma to go back a frame, and period to go forward a frame. So yeah, that's pretty useful for this kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, so I think this is the most simplest way to cut videos, which is also not like not like user unfriendly, like, because this interface really allows you to skip where you want to go. And if you just do this from the command line by hand, you have to do all this by hand. Like, you have to watch the video and write down your timestamp somewhere in like VI or whatever, or into a file by hand, and then you have to create your ffmpeg command and do all the stuff by hand. And yeah, this Lua script automates all of it for you. So this is really nice. And you also have like more functionality. So for example, bookmarking. So if I press I can append the current timestamp to a bookmark file, and this will automatically be reloaded as chapters. So, and then we can use exclamation mark and @ to skip between chapters. So for example, let's say we want to do a bookmark here. It will give you again a bunch of output, and you will see here this little bookmark symbol. So if I go to the beginning, you can see here these bookmarks, and it will also tell you like chapter something down here. And then we go, I don't know, maybe here, and do another chapter. And yeah, and if we want to skip between them, we can again press @ and exclamation mark to skip between. Yeah, so it's all pretty simple and straightforward. And if I now quit this, you will see this bookmark file right here. So, and if we open that up, it just lists the bookmarks, like it just lists the timestamp. So I mean, all of this is really simple. And if we load it again, I think do the bookmarks get loaded? Yeah, the bookmarks get loaded again. So yeah, I think that's it. So again, I mostly use I only use the encode action thing, because I want to like cut by like exact frames, because like keyframe cutting is kind of annoying, because I mean you search your exact frame we want to cut to, and then it doesn't cut to that frame, but to like some keyframe that's somewhere. Yeah, so I normally just encode. All right, I think that's it. Again, MPV cut is the name of the extension. And I mean, there are a bunch of other things. So for example, this utils script, which you can load in your shell, and then you have like some shell commands like this make cuts thing, or concatenate, merge, combine. So these are some really nice things as well. I haven't experimented with them because I don't know, I have like some MPV commands I have saved which do exactly that, so I normally just use them instead of this. And there's also, you can create a config and all that stuff where you can change the bindings and whatnot, and yeah, I don't know. You can optimize the MPV input config, and yeah. Oh yeah, and here it's about this is what I alluded to earlier when I said there's like some section about a proxy, because reverse playback in MPV is usually not that fast. Also, if I go here and I like hold, hello, when I hold comma, you see, I mean it goes back, but I mean reverse playback is obviously not as fast as like normal playback if I hold the period key. And so yeah, and you can make this faster by like using this long ffmpeg command and re-encoding your file with like super fast settings, so reverse playback is super fast. And then you can cut, with this extension you can then quote unquote cut your file, but only save the timestamps when you want to cut to a like cut list, so to a txt file, and then you can then cut your original file with the timestamps you have saved in this file, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think this is really smart. If you have like larger files, I mean with these screencasts it doesn't really matter that much, because again, as you can see, I mean reverse playback is still pretty fast. And I mean this is on my this is on a X200 ThinkPad, so keep that in mind. But yeah, if you have like an actual like video recording with like a camera, I think this could be super useful. All right, I think that's it. If you have a use case for this kind of stuff, I mean you will check it out anyways and read through this and experiment with it, I think. But I just wanted to share this because this is how I cut my videos on this laptop right here. On this laptop right here I have, like on this Libre rooted X200, because I don't want to like open up Kdenlive every time just to make like some simple cuts. That's really not necessary in my case, so I just use MPV cut. So that's how you can cut videos with a video player. Yeah, that's it. Have a nice day.